Okay, well, hello, welcome to Spy vs. Spy, genre, podcast novel. And what we're doing today is we're taking a look at some of the old Clockwork Orange work. Now, if you're not from the spy community or any community that does not exist, does not affiliate, Clockwork Orange was one of the works that they had. By the way, Johnny and Clockwork Orange, he was just cleaning up the reservation because some of the old timers forgot to get Alzheimer's. So he was in my class. But anyways, we'll get back to that. It was his first mission. He did have those tendencies, but he put it to good use. Never did it before. Very technical. Very first year they cleaned up the restoration. He was coming back over here. This is some of the old Clockwork Orange uh, utilities. Let's put it that way. And this is your Fire TV. This is your Fire TV, the one you have at home. And we're going to try to detect how many pieces of hardware are communist spy hardware from forgetfully China, but it's mostly communist hardware. Now this is kind of old tech for the guys across the pond and all that good stuff. But we'll go over it again. So what you're looking for is redundancies. Now one thing right away gives it away. You gotta have one of these so you can detect. Now also you gotta have one of these little gadgets I have here. See, these are special glasses that detect radiation. Now this is the orange shield because it's called clockwork orange because the particular radiation is blocked by the color orange. Now, if you're familiar with wavelengths, you understand that some colors have blocking capabilities, and if you mix the two, as in a extruding or protruding non-photonic element, photonic being the light that produces this orange. So what's going to happen is because it's a little bigger than light, quite a bit, this proton, but it's very low emitting, but still. What is this more like a defense mechanism? So if you open up the back of your Fire TV, what you'll do is basically expose yourself to some low-level radiation, no crime, no anything. But if you have a radiation match, it's whatever. What you do is you put up an orange shield. Now, the orange shield you see has a couple little holes that allows for the radiation to go through. Now my glasses can detect that radiation because there's special radiations that I got from not a guy whose letter comes after R or before something like that. So anyways, what you're looking for basically is things like this. For example, this piece of equipment right here. See how it's got a hole? See if we can show it to you. See how the piece of equipment has a hole? Now what happens right there? That hole is completely unnecessary. They're going to say it's for some kind of airflow or whatever, but it's glued up to the board, so there's no airflow. What happens with that right now is basically there's a current going through it, spinning one way. And when the fabric breaks or the material breaks, check your metal failure or any material books, the the magnetic wave starts going the other way. So if you got one magnetic wave going this way, electromagnetic wave, then you got another one going that way, you have now what's called amplitude. Oh my goodness. So now you've taken from a static element coming in, and you created an amplitude, meaning you've now created a basically a receiver sender because now the frequency of my wave of my voice will differentiate that amplitude. Now it's either emitting, where you can get some messages if you have the right uh, decryption equipment, if you will, hardware too, or you can even be sending back messages basically to the spies that are in communist China attacking the United States, or however you want to look at it. Espionage, corporate espionage. Now, let me take a moment to say something. I usually don't say this. Facebook and Google. If we have a Department of Defense and Facebook and Google are basically American citizens, fictitious citizens, corporations, what is it their business if there's a foreign spy engaged in this thing? Isn't that what the DoD is for? Isn't that why Google and Facebook pay taxes just like me, regretfully, even though I'm not supposed to pay taxes? So I'm an individual. Only corporations are supposed to pay taxes for the privilege of being a fictitious citizen, but we'll go through that some other day. Not really, you need to. So isn't this the business of the Department of Defense? Why would I expect a civilian to concern themselves with a foreign spy who is government sponsored? That's ridiculous. I mean, am I in Belgium? I mean, God bless you guys, Belgium. The country no army. Now, over there, perhaps, I don't know, we'll hire the French, I guess. But don't we pay already for that protection? Isn't the Department of Defense supposed to, you know, for once, put Google aside. Just say there's another guy in the block, just, kind of burly and kind of kind sometimes. And we get into little discussions, internal, what's right, what's wrong. And that's how we all learn and improve each other. And we move forward. Plus, Alphabet dropped off Google in LA because, those lapdogs, the LAPD and the sheriffs, they are kind of used to dealing with spoiled children. But we'll get back to another story. So, welcome to LA, Google. I have no idea why they dropped you off in LA jurisdiction. Why company begs for LA jurisdiction? But that's another system. That's another problem. But here I'm talking. If Facebook, Amazon too, and Google, if you're saying that they're not violating the Espionage Act because they're active participants in stealth, so they're not violating the unregistered foreign agent rule. If they're saying we're just one of our guys, really kicking ass and doing good, and sometimes overstretching, and I don't know, sometimes having two more beers in the morning, coming up with a great idea that doesn't seem like good. Like seriously, a bowling with no end using concern, only the firewall. We'll talk about that later. Okay, I got your program. You know me. I'm the guy that sent you the proposal on the driver's car. Hey, why? Why? No, no. What does Google have in common? I'll let you guys. Yeah, I'll give you the program over there, and I'll sell you a couple mil, and maybe we IPO for someone. Why? No. Okay, I love this one. Okay, I'm in the transportation all my stuff. Um, they're trying to attack Fortran with basing. I have a better program. My son's also a programmer. But anyways, what does Google have in common with a 15-year-old billionaire? They own a car, but they can't drive it. Now, getting back to this. Okay, so as you see, I don't stand up always, but isn't espionage from another country the Department of Defense's problem? Don't I pay taxes for that? Doesn't Google pay taxes for that? Doesn't Facebook? Doesn't Amazon? I'm just asking. But goes back to the. So what you're looking for is anything with a hole right there. That's basically you're transmitting directly to, and it's a very low level. It can get picked up. I'll tell you guys later on. We're working a little something right now with some cheap people, and we're working now. Second thing we're looking now. Remember, we're being exposed to radiation right now. Okay, very low level. If you break anything apart, it's worse, and it just basically narrows down the people that will take part of the Fire TV, and like their winning method, gets rid of them. So anyways, you see that chip right there? The one I'm pointing to right there? See, that's a complete redundant chip. There's no need for that chip whatsoever. This is a huge chip. Okay. Anything that you can do, this one can do. This is huge because it's got to do a lot of matrices with lights and stuff like that. Okay, so that's two ways. The whole. Now this is all kind of electronics. Why? Have you seen so many transistors in any of your equipment coming from Communist Party? When the same apparatus works on regular electricity, well, why does it need all those transmitters, all that equipment? All this. See, once you start modulating, then you get your frequency and you establish a connection point, and then you pick it up, through different methods. But right now, that's more classified information. I don't deem you need to know, but this you need to know. I deemed you need to know. Jag warrant officer can't go from that. Jag warrant officer in general. Now you see right here, you're going to find a couple of things. You see how you got two over here? I see I pointed later, right? So I'll expose myself a little bit. But I used to do this before, so very low level. I have a red badge P33. It's the same. You see how there's two, and two. Why is there three right there? You see that three? So this one is doing something else. It's not transmitting from these two as you see the current going. This one is doing something else. More than likely, modulator, frequency modulating these. For example, if I'm talking right now, it's probably shut down so you can't detect it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, if your phone is hacked and you're talking about, helping or fixing your phone that's hacked, or if you think you got nano robots or you've been implanted with a dock chip. By the way, I love my son's roommates. They roofied me and implanted with a dock chip. It's the best joke ever. Okay, it was funny. I love you guys. Go. They called it my 4-3s. Under my helmet. Don't. Anyways, thank you. We had a laugh. Me and the chick from the FBI. We just like your dock chip, dude. I'm like, those guys roofied me dog chip me. Congratulations, guys. Good old college prank. If you haven't chipped your roommate in college, we haven't lived yet. Anyways, I'm not suggesting you do it. This is college, so you're on your own, buddy. All right, so we got redundancies that are not redundancies. Why is there so if you find an extra component in something that's not flowing in a way that is very linear, because all the fancy mathematics happens inside the component, not out here. So everything else is kind of linear. So those are three ways. Okay, there's many other ways. So this is basically an effective piece of equipment. It's got not just any software that's transmitted to communist China or to the communists in illegitimate control of the Hindu Buddhist blossoms of the hills, the Tiger of the South, and the Dragon of the North. Um, by the way, I witnessed Tiananmen Square in '89, and told the people I pray that we someday get rid of communism in the whole world. And I think Xi Jinping, if I may say so, Chinese army, you're a disgrace. Xi Jinping is a disgrace. He's disgraced himself, disgraced your honor. Please bring Xi Jinping to the International Criminal Court and earn your honor back, Chinese army. Okay? Because you guys will never have a FIFA team because mediocrity is what communism want. And it's just an old-fashioned, passe thing. They got no redundancies. They can't do this world. Okay, the only way they can do this world is. And by the way, all right, why don't we just start 3Ding them shoes at home? Let those kids go to college, okay? Don't get me crying. Check one officer. Can't confirm or deny. Check one officer. News. The only news you got.